The Upix podcast with the property expert. If it's happening in Upland, it's the place you want to check first. With your host too stupid to win and thank me later. Bringing the strategy, news, and cool charts with all the data. This is Upland, where the metaverse goes down. Genesis, San Fran, Rio, and all around. Don't miss a week, you never know what they'll say next. It's the Upland property experts, baby, UPX.
Welcome, everybody, to the Upland Property Experts. I am your co-host, Too Stupid to Win, and as always, I'm joined by ThankMeLater. How are we doing this evening?
I am good.
Got the UpX World and Hyde Park Ninjas repping in the back. Look at that.
Got to rep my ninja boys from Hyde Park. We got some big stuff coming up.
There you go. And then you guys, how much time do you have left to collect 100 Xenon?
You probably got another week or two. Our developers are having a little too much fun developing right now, and so I'm not stopping them, which means that there's just going to be a lot more fun stuff to do when it comes out. So,
okay,
I think it's worth it.
Well, that's good. More opportunity for more people to get that, because once that closes, nobody will ever be able to have that.
Done.
So that was nice. Last week it was a week or two. This week is a week or two. And I like that the developers are doing stuff that makes you want to keep letting it roll. So
wait, well, I mean, I showed that video right last week of the X-Lander flying through space. Did I show that here?
No.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, let me try and load it up. Maybe we'll show that later. Yeah, so it's a new space exploration component that one of them, Land for Land, started working on, and I was like, yeah, go for it. So,
yeah. And then on today's show, we do have the market update as always. The agency's with us. I'm going to hang out with the agency, talk about all the stuff that he's got going on in Upland, and talk about his little stadium chasing thing that he enjoys doing also. You can make 3D avatars, so we'll talk about that. And then we have the big game is coming up. They can't call it the Super Bowl; they call it the big game. So
the big game,
game, and then we do. Oh yeah, I might as well jump into that right now before I forget. Public service announcement for our friends that are over in Turkey. If you haven't been paying attention to the news, they had a couple devastating earthquakes over there. It looks like over almost 18,000 people have lost their lives in the earthquake, and about 75,000 people have been injured in the earthquake, and there's still thousands of people buried under the rubble. And now it's like freezing to death, Okay, so sad stuff, tragic stuff. One of our loyal listeners, Lucifer FX, he's over there in Turkey, and they're trying to provide all the support they can over there. He's putting some products up for sale in order to send materials and support to the aid trucks that will be taking off on Tuesday, the 14th of February. So if you go to Ambianca Arena in Viva Football Club de Porto, I'll put that up. I'll put it in the link. 699 is the address there. He's got a bunch of stuff for sale, and all of that will be going to the aid for the earthquake victims in Turkey.
Wow.
He also has some rare products that you can message him you can directly message him, and he can get you some deals on that too. Some block explorers and other things like that. So he's got some rare stuff too that he's looking to help raise funds for aid for the people in his home country.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm glad that we're helping out.
And he just messaged me that I got to work on a burner, and he will give away a FIFA World Cup Essentials Crest Rare, number 15 of 20 for the Korea Republic crest. He said we can give that away tonight on the show.
Very cool. Well, thank you, Lucifer FX. Much appreciated. And everybody, be sure to check out Lucifer. You can post the address here.
Yeah, I'll get it on a banner here in a second.
All right.
I didn't want to forget that because we had a
No, you're
lot of
right.
stuff going on.
You don't want to shoehorn that in at the end. Glad we could do it up front.
No. And let's see here. We'll do that. We'll add that. We'll scroll that for a bit. There we go. There's the address.
Nice. There you go.
And then I'll also have it in the link. All righty. All right. So other than that, a lot of stuff to get to. Anything else before we move on?
No, let's go. Let's do it.
Let's go. Let's get over that stuff. All right. Here's our market update for February 9th, 2023. Stop that for a second. All right. Top 10 city floor changes. Pretty stable for the week. If it's red, it's not red by much. If it's green, it's not green by much. San Francisco, though,
Ooh,
man, it's
pounding.
$11.20 is the floor. It's
Jeez, oh, Pete.
that will hurt me if that drops below 10. I mean, it's a steal if it drops.
Wait, I
below
like
10.
that. I like that. Oh, it'll break my heart if somebody starts listing properties for like $6 in San Francisco. I will be so sad that I'll have to buy them all out of grief.
Well, I don't have any incoming U.S. dollar funds to Upland
I'm
for the foreseeable future.
For me.
Oh, for you?
Yeah, not you.
Okay. Other than
that, that's harsh. You don't like to see that, but it'll come back. And you know what? I won't take too much of this segment. I'll talk when we bring Franklin and do it. But I kind of think we need to position San Francisco slightly different moving forward in the long term. Talk about that.
Okay. All right. We got the 30-day top 5 city floors in Upland. It's looking pretty positive. A lot of green. Rutherford, it's only down 1.27%, and Arlington's down 6.63%.
Yeah. No, I mean, you like to see that. Somebody was saying that there is. I think it was Franklin who was saying that the US or the UPEX floor was doing well, or just selling properties for UPEX was doing well.
Yes.
So that's definitely apparent by this chart. Now it's interesting though, because that feels good, right? But does this chart indicate a divergence in value of UPEX to USD? Because this is a significant gap in some of these now, where you're talking 2x value, right?
Right. And that's something we can go back and we can bring back to in next week's show, is looking at how much the divergence is between the UPEX and the US dollar, as the UPEX is stabilizing and increasing and the US dollar continues to seem to fall.
Yeah, because I mean, again, we like to see the UPEX, floors and everything like that go up. But if the US dollar floor isn't following, it does make me wonder why.
Right.
Is it just an insurgence of UPEX coming from where? I don't know. Treasure hunting, perhaps. I don't know.
Yeah. And then the 12-week change going back to November 17th, 2022. That was only 12 weeks ago. Can you believe that?
That's crazy. And look at Santa Clara. That's unbelievable. Like what? It makes sense. The treasure hunting thing makes more sense than ever. But you can see it does have limits. I mean, I think Rutherford's probably capped.
Yes.
Like I don't see Rutherford ever getting back to its glory days.
Well, I mean, its glory days wasn't much higher. It topped over a little over 60,000, but yeah, I think it's found a settling place right now. Santa Clara is, I call Santa Clara the Rutherford of 2023.
The Rutherford of the West. What are you
Yeah,
talking
the Rutherford of the West. There you go.
That was it was right there, brother.
Yeah.
Rutherford of the West.
There you go. And then as you can see over the 12 weeks, Rutherford's US dollar price is down 20%, Santa Clara 12%. So Santa Clara's US dollars dropped from $25 to $22, while its UPX floor went from 32,000 up to basically 49,000 UPX. And that's due to people building out their treasure hunting maps and it being so small and the ability to buy your properties.
So that doubles down on a couple theories that I have. So one, Santa Clara, which is known to be a treasure hunting haven, which is why we're seeing prices go up so much. It makes sense that the UPX floor price in Santa Clara would continue to rise because people are hunting treasure. They're getting UPX for free all day there. And so once you get enough UPX, you buy another property to build out your web more. And so for those people, they probably don't even view it as like, oh, we're paying 10x. They're like, well, I farmed this UPX here. I'll use it to buy here, right? So, and then that would make sense why the US dollar floor, no one's buying the US dollar floor because the people who are buying in there are buying to be treasure hunters. And treasure hunters aren't pay to play players. They're play
Grind it out.
Yeah, they're play to earn players. And so that's a perfect example of that economics at play.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then your other theory, or you hit them both?
What?
You said a couple of theories. It validates a couple of theories.
Oh, well, it was that the people that were there are buying it.
Gotcha.
They're doing the treasure hunting to do that. So that's where that comes from. And that's why the USD is falling. Not necessarily because it's out proportioned value wise, but in cities like that, it is because the UPX farmers are willing to pay so much more UPX because they don't care, because that's free to them, right? So anyway.
Right.
Anyway.
6 months. Going back 6 months.
Going back.
2022.
The way back machine. Yeah, nothing super interesting there, honestly.
Nope. Move along.
Nothing to see here, y'all. Rutherford. I mean, good. I'm glad Rutherford came down a little bit, but it's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah. 5.15% last week. It was 5.71. And that's the interesting thing. And this is the lowest markup percentage in each city and Santa Clara is 157% markup. So even though it's creeping up UPX wise, the lowest markup percentage is a lot better than Rutherford. Manhattan, San Francisco, Staten Island, right around 2x.
Yeah. It's interesting.
City floor UPX price markup. So this is the cheapest property in each city and what that markup percentage is. I mean, there, Santa Clara is not bad. Only 292% for its floor property versus 1,149 for Rutherford. Manhattan's still insane. Manhattan's getting back to being insane.
6,000% markup. I mean, it is. I'm really surprised that the Santa Clara markup percentage is pretty low, all things considered. And even its lowest markup was reasonable. Or like it was like 157 or something, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Pretty interesting.
Bottom 5 city floors: Detroit, Rio, Buenos Aires, Chicago, and Bakersfield. Didn't take long for Buenos Aires to join the club. The UPX floor down 27.7% from last week, and the US dollar floor down 48.07%. So that came back down to earth pretty quickly.
What have we learned, kids? Beware the bubble. There's always a new city bubble. Ride the bubble. Get in on that wave if you can, but don't let it pop on you.
But look at how quickly Dallas and Arlington bounced into the top 10 too. So that's and Las Vegas. So interesting in itself.
Yeah, I mean, there's a cycle, right? It's a boom bust and then rebuild cycle.
Yes. And then Detroit dropped under 4,000 UpX. It hasn't been there in a while.
So I was shocked. Yeah. Did somebody buy it as a burner property?
I mean, we had that discussion before the show with Franklin. He was talking that a lot of his properties are moving all of a sudden for UpX. So,
yeah, I might have to go look at selling some, but
yeah,
it's such a mixed bag.
And then this is the bottom 5 cities going back 6 months. Rio's down 34.78% on the UpX side and 25% on the US dollar side.
Yeah.
And Bakersfield's down 22% on the US dollar side.
Poor Bakersfield. I didn't even remember that was a city.
And then everything cheapest US dollar markup percentage.
Jeez.
New Orleans, Queens, Los Angeles, Oakland, KC, Nashville, Chicago, Las Vegas, Detroit, and Arlington, all 50% or less.
But Bakersfield's not. Get it, Bakersfield. I didn't even know you were a city, but at least you're not selling at half price.
There you go. So there's your value.
Ooh. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
Sold out. We're not seeing a lot of movement.
Oh, that's funny.
Always one of them out there. How's Clovis?
How's the Clovis?
Well, they integrated that with Fresno, so it doesn't count.
Is that your excuse for not being able to find it anymore?
Yep. That's right.
Anyway.
That was weak.
That was, I mean, whatever.
So sold out percentage, Arlington's the only thing that really made a move in percentage over the past week. Unminted Properties dropped below 400,000. It's been a while since we've been below 400,000. Queens sold 1,000. Los Angeles sold 2,500. But if you look at percentage wise, the 2,500 or 2,600 in Los Angeles is a drop in a bucket in the available properties that are actually there.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still a good clip.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be curious which of these has the highest percent. I'm doing a quick scan. I think Queens, maybe?
Yeah.
Or
we can add that to the slide.
I mean, it's whatever. Wasn't Bakersfield to have some kind of spark mining thing, or did I imagine that? You imagined that 100%.
People speculated.
People, yeah, we're like, oh my gosh, it's not a major city. We're got to farm spark here. And literally Upland's like, no, we'll tell you when we're going to do that. And everyone's like, it's out in the middle of nowhere. They're like, no, we're talking like deserts, man, like where there's not buildings. And people are like, we're going to farm spark. Spoiler, you're not. You're not going to do it in Bakersfield. Isn't Bakersfield City of Dreams? Field of Dreams? Is that Bakersfield?
No, that was somewhere in Iowa.
Oh.
Spark leaders, not much has changed from last week. But still, I just like looking at that.
Field of Bakers. Field of Bakers would be amazing. I feel like it would have to be hosted by British people.
Yeah. All right. So working on the graphics still. But this is transaction city still minting. So.
Okay. So this is.
Yeah. All right. So let me get my cheat sheet to explain.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, you liked it last week. Stop it.
I know, but like if you got to get out the spreadsheet, you got to get out the helper every time. Like
I just don't want to misspeak on it.
How? I don't think they'll ever drop tier 10 cities like Bakersfield or Brooklyn. Oh, sorry, Bakersfield or Fresno. Again, there's just too many legit cities. Seems like that was an early attempt trying to figure things out. Space Wrangler Joe, you might be right.
So the total is the total number of transactions overall. The secondary column is just transactions less the minting, swapping, and accepted offers. So those are the ones that are
that somebody listed and then somebody bought it.
No, those are the secondary column is less the minting, swapping, and accepted offers.
I don't know what that means. You keep saying it like this. Tell me something. This is how much activities happen.
So it just says somebody has it listed and they buy it. You're right.
That's literally what I said. I said, so this is somebody lists a property and then somebody buys it. And you're like,
I was reading other things too. Sorry.
Jeez. All right. So last week, the total number is the total. And then secondary is just properties sold.
Right.
Like they listed them and somebody bought them.
Right.
Okay. Which can be deceiving for a place like Detroit or something.
Where you buy some burners.
Some burners. Although, I guess it depends if you trade it back or whatever. No trade backs on a burner. You know, do you remember that song, No Shenanigans in the Champagne Room?
Was it called No Shenanigans?
No, it was not called No Shenanigans in the Champagne Room.
Yes, I do.
I feel like somebody should make a parody of that, like no trade backs with a burner property.
I like it.
Somebody make that happen, please.
So here's the cities that are currently sold out. And looking at secondary sales. So you can see Buenos Aires really dropped off. Last week they had over 4,000 secondary market buys. And this week they had like 10%.
Yeah.
So 10%.
That's that boom. Like right when it first like sold out, everyone's trying to get in there, buying, flipping secondary. And then immediately, look at how quick that cools down. Is that after the collection reveal? Was that last week?
Yes. Or the week before. But yeah.
Yeah. Like you're going to get a lot of activity right before the collection announcement, speculation, and then right after you'll get a lot. And then it cools down again very quickly. There is a small window where you can kind of strike on those new city mints, but unless you're planning on holding, I don't know. I don't mess with it anymore.
Yeah. All right. We'll come back to that. We'll stop sharing for now. And with that, we'll go ahead and bring on the agency.
The agency sounds so official.
He does. It was what's going on, the agency. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Sure. How do you fine fellows?
Doing well. It was awesome meeting you in Vegas, and glad we've got you on the show. So
appreciate it. Happy to be. It was nice to meet you guys too. It was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Cannot wait to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I will be able to stay more than just the day.
Is that confirmed yet?
Yeah, daughter's recitals the weekend before. So
okay.
Excellent.
Yeah. That was worrying me.
No excuses.
Nobody's getting married. Nobody asked me to officiate any ceremonies, so I have it blocked off.
Thrifty Trader spikes volumes in floor 100%. Yes.
Yes, that too. They had the Thrifty Trader going on then too. So, but yeah. So let's see here. You got a lot going on in Upland right now. Where do we want to start with you? Let's start from the beginning. How'd you get into Upland?
All right. Well, I guess I have played for a little over a year now. And I kind of got into it when I was looking for a game that I heard you could buy real life properties. So I was Googling that one day and this came up. So I found my ticket. So I'd heard about this a long time ago, and I don't know if it was Upland specifically.
You were probably looking for Earth too. Let's be honest.
I don't know what I was looking for, but this is what I was looking for, though. So I can tell you that much. So yeah, that I got in there. Obviously, I was interested in playing to earn, and then when I found out you could actually sell it for USD, I'm like, I got to quit all my other games pretty much right now. So that's what happened. So I've been playing and pretty much been on Discord ever since.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now, you took up stadium chasing, and Franklin 52 GS was, I want to see, he was the OG stadium chaser that's now what made you jump on the stadium chasing yourself? Like what was your come to, like, I need to buy around stadiums?
Well, I am a big sports fan, even if I don't look like I even like sports at all. And so, but I actually really do. And so when, Chicago was around and they had that hidden gems and you could buy real close to United Center. And I'm like, and I'd already been buying by some stadiums. And yes, Franklin is the OG by 100%. He's a good one. But when I saw that you could buy around how close, and it just was interested. I mean, I'm a big basketball fan. I've played all my life pretty much. So I'm a Jordan fan. So why not better place to start a sports community than where he played? In my opinion, the greatest. I know LeBron just broke the record, but whatever.
You see that video I sent you of them animating all of his baskets? Have you seen that, agency?
I don't think so.
Oh, dude, they got a video, and it's a digital representation of every shot that LeBron's ever made, like where it was, and like goes by year, like team. I don't like sports at all, but it was legit one of the coolest data visualizations I've ever seen. And like all those like free throws, I guess, so you can like see where. Oh, dude, it was legit.
I may have actually seen that. What you're talking about? It just filled up the whole like court practically. Like
it
dots.
was. It was super, super cool.
Yeah, that is cool if you like numbers and stats.
Wait, you don't like numbers and stats?
I love numbers and stats.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Came to the right show.
Scared me.
Now, that is interesting. They argue LeBron's the greatest of all time, but yet he's on his jersey. There's the jump man right there on his right shoulder. Just saying.
Dang.
Ouch.
Shots fired.
I hope that doesn't bother him.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't imagine that athletes at that level are petty like that at all. Well, maybe.
Come on.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Maybe. Never mind. I take that back. Jordan wouldn't be, though. Jordan would not have been.
Oh,
no.
He's one of the pettiest of the petty.
That's true.
Really?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, excellent gamer. I didn't know that. That makes me sad. I like Jordan. I don't know anything about him, but he always seemed he was in Space Jam.
Absolutely.
Like he was in Space Jam, the original. Like so.
Yeah.
Yeah, LeBron's wasn't as good. Sorry.
It wasn't.
No, that was horrible. It was. I couldn't stomach it. So X1 just said you have one of the favorite block explorers of all time. For the people that haven't seen your block explorer, what is it and what was your inspiration for it?
It is our Stadium Chasers logo, and we just got it a few days ago. So yeah, it's our logo. It's a llama with a red, blue on the left and red on the right, like a sports, MLB, NBA logo type.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it has a nice big long neck llama in there.
Nice.
So yeah, it's kind of recognizable at this point. Yeah, X1. Yeah, he's mentioned it a couple times. So yeah, he's nice like that.
That's super cool.
So you got a whole group of people with the Stadium Chasers. What's the group doing?
We're pretty much building out United Center. We got a good grip on that, I think. We got some real strong players, Chirac, Franklin, B Black, Eddie Lowe. Some of them, well, I won't. I shouldn't bring that up, but yeah, it was a misjailing. I'll just leave it at that.
Oh,
everyone's out, everything's fine, but shouldn't bring that up.
There it is.
But yeah. So and we continue to buy around, the NFL stadiums and arenas and things, and I'd like to eventually have an experience in each of those, around each of those, if I can pull that off, is the plan. So
wait, that says it's director for Mossy Jake.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
He had an available, one he hadn't turned in yet, and offered it for sale, and bought a property from him, and the rest is history.
Wow.
But hey, one positive about that on the team anyway is Lisette reached out to me to verify. They're on top of their game, at least on this, because she verified with me that this was all good, which I thought was awesome.
Oh, that's so because she's like, oh, that's somebody's logo in the community.
Exactly. And so I thought that was really great of them.
That's super legit.
Yeah. So,
I mean, so for the record, this is not your Director's Block Explorer. This is your Director's Block Explorer.
Yes. However, I don't know if you know the history of my Block Explorer, and
I don't.
No, I don't either.
Okay, well, I turned in my Block Explorer and my 3D object at the same time. And they made my one I turned in for my 3D object as my BE, and I assume that they're going to make what I turned in for my BE as my 3D object, if that makes sense.
I forgot about that. I forgot about our 3D. Hey, Upland, where's our 3D object?
Why does that look like the Hamburglar?
That is the Hamburglar.
It is the Hamburglar.
But you can't have IP.
Well, that's a rendition.
Don't be a troll. He's just trolling. He knows that that's not a thing anymore. They don't even try and hide it anymore. Let's be honest.
It's all good. I'd prefer him not to.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
But but to be honest with you, I did not even message him about it. I was
just roll with it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So
466,000. We need to get you some things to buy. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's ornament sale tomorrow.
Oh, you're going big on the ornament sale?
Well, as big as you possibly can, I guess. But
yeah, given the numbers, I think we're gonna see you're gonna try and maybe get single digits on it. You'd be lucky to get one of each.
Yes.
Some nice low teal mints on that. Some 2s.
That trophy though is a number 1.
Oh yeah! Wow,
nice.
You got that's a sweet pickup.
I stayed up all night because it said that was coming out in 3 hours or whatever, and
that's super awesome.
Worth a shot.
Yeah. Oh, you got a fair amount of outdoor decor already.
Yeah. Yep. It's getting up there.
Very swanky.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry, you guys can continue. I'm just being.
I'm getting lost myself looking at it.
Right? I'm just gonna go through all your stuff now.
Sounds good.
See what you got in the garage, boy. 2 cars. You got Series E and a T.
Yes, sir. And the coloring is important there.
Oh, the red. Wait, a red and black.
Yeah, because obviously I'm home based in United Center, and the Bulls are red and black, and the Blackhawks, who also play at United Center, are also red and black, and multicolored, but core colors. So those were good pickups. They match.
Good.
What we're trying to do.
Good pickup. No.
But yeah, that's one of the things we do there, though, is we try to paint the team colors around the stadiums to make it have like a sports feel. And we got more plans coming out after that, but maybe we'll get into that.
That's
Nice.
cool.
And you've been very active in the cafe since you joined. So what got you going there?
I enjoyed Uplando's show, to be honest with you, when I first started, So, and then when I saw people were hanging out in there all day and all night, yeah, it just felt good, in there.
So what are you most looking forward to?
I probably would say manufacturing some stuff. And I know, I don't know, I've heard them maybe potentially having a little trouble getting those stores out. Well, call them stores, but manufacturing plants out. But I'm waiting and ready when they do.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that ties back into, we have sporting equipment and stuff you'd see in your backyard in the works for, trying to bring sports pretty much to properties and around the stadiums, and, tailgating things, and should be kind of fun. That's what our goal is, to make it fun.
That sounds fun,
Yeah.
honestly.
Now, yeah, the tailgating, that's going to be interesting to see if you guys can get some interactive stuff going on there, and that'll be interesting.
Yes, a spatial minimum,
Yeah.
So
I like the team colors idea. I like the idea of, I'm sure you'll probably incorporate something in your decor as well. But I was even thinking like the canopies that they did for the FIFA.
Yes.
You guys use any of that for that? Because that seems like that would be a good use case for it.
Absolutely. It's one of the first things on our docket.
Nice.
Is, that, because if you go tailgate and you see that all day. So yeah, that's a good call. Cool. Good call by you.
So if they come out with the ability to do custom colors, you end up getting the actual color code numbers and then pasting all your buildings that color and designs, if that is ever an option to paint your own buildings.
Yes. Oh, I would love that. That's our ticket, So I'm hoping they do give us some more colors. I don't know how much trouble that is, but.
Well, here's the thing. If you're going to do it in like a spatial type thing, honestly, we should talk, because if you want to build your neighborhood, but say all team colors or even custom buildings, we should do it in UpX world. We can create you a custom meta phase with your exact neighborhood, but then you can customize your design, and then you could do your tailgating there live with all of your in-game items. So if you have the picnic tables or whatever your outdoor decor stuff is, something to think about.
Yeah.
We could do something fun there.
Yes.
I know this place you get some cool art. Dr. N.O.D.E. just chilling. Love it.
Yeah. So what else? What do you guys have coming up that you can talk about as the Stadium Chasers?
Well, I guess in our Discord server, I'm going to host another parade of. We did Parade of Nodes the first time, and we had a really awesome turnout. I don't know. I want to say it was like damn near up to 50.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a good turnout. And so I'm going to do a Parade of Meta Ventures, and it's going to be a 2 or 3 hour thing, like serious, I want to get as many people who would like to go talk about what they're doing, because that's what it's all about. I'm a big community guy, or I try to be as best I can. So,
so is it only for official Meta Ventures, or is it for any Layer 2 project?
Oh, yeah, not limited to. So yeah, Layer 2 projects too, because that Parade of Nodes I had a few little projects, trickled in, like bananas guides and some things like that.
Cool.
So yeah, I'd love to have you guys if possible.
Yeah. I'll be there. Dr. N.O.D.E from 1111 should go. We can go talk to the ninjas, see if we can get somebody representing that. Viva Las, you working with Viva Las Upland yet already?
No, sir.
All right, we'll get you some Viva Las Upland up in there.
All right. I don't know what that is.
Oh, they're doing some go-kart racing stuff.
Oh, cool. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, United Center is our house, but like I said, we buy by all the stadiums, so it's hard to call it a node. You know what I mean? More of a sports fan community, really. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
That's fair.
Yeah. We've referenced the United Center neighborhood there in Chicago for a little bit. So we have our neighborhood-oriented discussion and evaluation segment that we started.
Wait,
so
did you change this? Because this is not the background it had before.
Oh, really? I don't know. I just grabbed it from last week.
That's not the font I use either. Did you remake this?
I grabbed it from the thumbnail from last week.
You grabbed it from? Oh my gosh, I can't even with you.
Because I thought about it because it was a last second ad pre-show.
Goober, isn't it in like? It's
I forgot where
right
it
there.
was.
Look right here. It's already
there. It
loaded.
is. I forgot where it was, and
right
I grabbed
here.
this.
Look, it's just a click. It's simple.
I forgot it was there, and I was trying to get it into the slide. So
we've been doing this for almost 3 years.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead and let's talk about the United Center. Break it down for us.
Oh, we're gonna do some United Center.
Break it down for us.
All right. We got to go out of this stylishes, man. Although I got to call out, you got some really like 1 of 5, get it. Some 2 of 8, 3 of 8. That's what's up. Nice holding there.
Thanks.
Love that you have all your spark staked. Good job. All right. So wait. Oh, we're gonna go to stats. You said it's in Chicago?
Yes.
Chicago. And United Center.
Now, this is a work in progress. Just keep that.
Okay. So let's set the stage. So United Center is a growth node, right? It's a node in its growth phase. Is it completely minted out? Yes.
Yes. 100%.
Oh yeah. Wait here. Okay. So it's completely minted out. There's 24, 28 properties. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Sounds right.
All right. Only 169 for sale, and it is a relatively small amount of the overall mint, which means that they are on average the smaller. So your community seems solid. Floor right now, which might change here, 26,000 or 19.5. So it seems relatively low. 184 completed buildings. But look, you have 90 in construction. That's fantastic. All right, let's see. Who do we got? Who's owning? Who's up and owning?
I can tell you that.
Wait, is this you?
No.
Me?
No, here you. You're the agency. You're the agency. I don't know why I knew that. So who's Eddie?
Eddie's a big baller.
Eddie's a big baller?
Yeah.
Do we need to go check Eddie's account?
You can.
All right. So Eddie's the big poobah. Well, let's see here. So not property count's nice, but let's see top owners by size. He might have the most, but is it? Yeah, he's also got the size.
Yeah.
53,000 up square. Although we got Big Black moving up, taking number 2, 12,000 up square. All of that giggling in the background. You shut it down right now.
That wasn't me.
I hear it. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to see, okay, so who's investing Spark? Okay, so that's good. So if your top buyer is also your top Spark contributor, that's a really good sign to me. Like that's something I like to see. Ritter Girl, I don't know who Ritter Girl is, but maybe they sell their Spark. They don't seem to be a huge owner.
Yeah, that's a new name to me for the most part.
Yeah,
Might,
so
might be somebody renting their Spark on one of the exchanges.
definitely could be. Let's change it. Oh, okay. So next we'll do building types. So, and for building types, I like to do pi. And we'll do building type under construction. So let's see what. All right. So small townhouse, not surprising. The majority, 89. That's solid. 34 normal townhouses. 20. Move highlight thing. 26 apartments. That's not shabby. How many do you have currently being built? Blues. 8. Okay.
Wow.
I mean, honestly, that puts you at what, 34? If you got even up to like 40, I think you would be really happy with that number. That should cover most of the decoration side. Plus, it's just a ton of residency for your space.
A lot of micro houses, though.
That seems like a lot, yeah.
Is the property size calling for micro houses, and that's the only thing fitting, or are people just throwing them up to throw them up?
Once in a while, that is the only thing that fits, but not too many because they're kind of long, thin properties. So if I ever see one, I'll message them to change that.
Oh, really?
No.
I mean, that would be a good node leader of you.
Yeah.
Well, I had a guy that I talked to on a regular. I asked, and he happily did it. But I'm not going to ask the random.
Like a regular.
Yeah.
Like a normal user. Like, excuse me. I don't know if you're aware, but we have a what are those stupid things called? A homeowners association. Our homeowners association doesn't allow micro houses in this area. You're like, oh, what? Kid bent. I can't wait for governance to come out so we can actually dictate that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So let's see what you got. I mean, you got one large showroom. That's not a large factory. That's not terrible. Medium showroom. Stop building those. 2 luxury ranch houses. You're gonna want these. The luxury ones are the hardest.
But
Yeah.
okay, wait, hold on.
Wait, ranch is really low.
But showrooms around the stadium, stop building them, or will they have use because you can have events there at the stadium? You might bring people, and you'll have sales around the stadium like you see in real life. Are these neighborhoods that are built around stadiums different than the other ones that are just in cities that have,
Okay, so if your purpose is not to be A, competitive in any of the building competitions, or B, go for like, I think you're going to need to have a similar layout to really get high rankings on the community collection stuff. So I would say, again, if that's not your strategy, if your strategy is ultimately to be a business node, then maybe it doesn't matter as much and you can build a bunch of showrooms. But definitely don't be building factories there, especially a lot. Like, that's a waste of property.
now factories, yeah, because
Yeah.
you can transport it in a cheaper area.
Yeah, don't use your prime real estate for your factories. Like, that's really going to be important. Just like real life, like, you're not going to want like one of your largest properties in your neighborhood to be taken up by a factory. You honestly, like, as much as it feels bad that the luxury homes only have like one occupancy and take a ton of space, from a decorating and from a value proposition, I think they're going to be worth a lot.
Should neighborhood governance be based on number of properties or one vote, one player? That's an interesting question.
No, I mean, the answer is one vote, one player, and it's based on your home address. So you only have one home address, so you get one vote based on your home address. So it's that simple.
That's the ThankMeLater rules, but it depends on the neighborhood.
No, that's the Upland rules. That's how it works. That's not a ThankMeLater rule. That's literally how it works.
It's a ThankMeLater rule.
What? It's literally the rules. It's literally how the voting system works. You get
whatever
one vote, and it's based. And if it's a neighborhood vote, it's based on your home address.
Yeah.
Which is why that the occupancy thing, and we talk about like renting homes and stuff, like that could be a thing. Like you could want to rent, so that way you could put your home address if you can't afford to live in Alamo Square, but you want the benefits, like, and you rent it, then you could make that your home address and travel to it for free.
Says thank me later.
Well, that I made up.
You see, 1111 agrees with me. TML thinks he makes the rules for everything. Sheesh.
I mean, if I'm doing all the work, I'm making all the rules. Like, let's go.
All right. I'm done messing with you.
I'm trying to not giggle.
No, it's all good. Oh, are we still doing a show?
We are.
Oh my goodness.
I squirreled you. And
That
there's
was
no
a
Dizzy
squirrel.
in the back to
Where's Dizzy? Jeez, oh Pete.
flag us with the squirrel.
So again, I mean, yeah, if you're gonna have some showrooms, as long as they're by the stadium, I suppose that's good.
Yeah,
Well,
I think they're leaving a lot of the ones around the stadium available, not built on, just to put a lot of that decor we were talking about on it and make it look, because those are just parking lots anyway.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's see here. Chicago
Yes.
and it's Union Center.
But hey, you saw those Chicago numbers. Our numbers weren't bad compared,
That's true. No, I think you got a good, because you're like 10% built, and you have you're doing good. I think you're doing the right things. I want to see status for sale. I want to see what's for sale, and I don't really care for either. Sort by price. All right, let's see here. So yeah, 19 USD. Oh, I might have to change it. Okay, so here is the cheapest USD. Jones D, not to be confused with Jones. Those are two different.
Not to be
people.
Jones.
Not Jones.
Not Jones
right.
Jones.
Right.
This is Jones D. Like that means that there's a Jones A, a Jones B, a Jones C, and then this guy. So just beware.
And a Just Jones.
There's only one original Jones.
Yep. He owns the ferry building.
He does own the ferry.
That's correct.
Yeah.
All right. So that's pretty decent. 16. Like that's actually a pretty sizable markup.
Fair ratio.
That's a huge markup though.
Yeah. And he's probably getting that.
Yeah, but I mean, these are, so that's substantial markups. That's really interesting.
Like 760 mint for $50.
Yeah, what a deal.
But interestingly enough, I feel like the UpX floor, I mean, I guess this is still bad.
5X.
Doesn't feel great. That one's not too bad. That one's better. Bird Holdings.
3X.
Let's see. You guys getting do you get a lot of people sending around? Is it a hot area? No. Where's my send data? Not honestly. It's not. 25
high send area.
Isn't that a low? That's a low rate too.
I think probably so.
In Chicago, yes.
And it's kind of small. I mean, it's only it looks like it's like a half of Portage Park or less. Probably less.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's interesting. You don't see a lot of sends on these properties. So, I mean, not that should impact it too much, but it is something that I've started to look for is like, is it really and then also take note, like this guy, whoever this is, put it at 50. Like, look at how few sends they get. Like, this is it. There's no scroll.
Yeah.
So note that if you think that you're getting a better deal by being cheap or by being high on your prices, don't. Jeez, hold on. Now my whole thing messed up.
You broke it.
I broke it. All right. So that's interesting.
All right. Anything else on the United Center neighborhood?
No, I think that kind of wraps it up. But hey, I will say that factory, for the record, that property is a college, so it kind of looks like the actual building ish. You know, just saying.
Wow, that was, jeez, oh Peach, did you stretch before that reach? Because I don't want you to pull something.
Yeah. Speaking of sports, yeah.
Yeah, jeez, oh Pete. All right.
All right. So before we let you get out of here, the agency, you have anything else you want to talk about?
Am I allowed to talk about NFT project we do?
Sure. Absolutely.
All right. Well, we got a Fourth Wall Digital project. It's our NFT project, and it's kind of like an umbrella for a bunch of projects of people you know. D-Tech, he does this Creature Labs where he redesigns his little girl's drawings, and they really kind of turn out fun. Shacklin, who's in here, does a project called Painting with Photos. Joe Lives has an NFT tarot card series coming out and acrylics painting that you can wear via bracelet. Myself, I'm doing a musicianal rock NFT. I haven't decided on a name yet. I was going to do punk rockers, but I decided that was too limiting because there's so many iconic rockers out there. And yeah, we have a lot of things going though. We have glass artists, musicians, physical paintings, and a bunch of digital stuff as well. And we have a multi-project drop coming out this month on the 28th. So if you want to head to our Discord server, you can even claim some free wax. So I thought I'd give them a shout out. And one little more is if you're looking for somewhere to come talk, TML's in there once in a while, but Upland Daily is like our newest little project we've been doing. And I do it with Cafe Morgador. So stop on by. We got some good conversations and it's fun and funny and everything. So, and Cafe does his news posts, which are always kind of funny.
Love Cafe's news post. They'll be on the show in 2 weeks, I believe.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, I do quite enjoy it. It's a good chill atmosphere.
Thank you. Yeah, I like when you come in there. Stir the pot a little.
I gotta stir the pot.
No, I'm kidding.
Me stirring a pot?
Yeah.
But yeah,
always.
Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it.
No, I really appreciate you taking the time joining us tonight. You're always welcome. You're welcome to hang out backstage. I know you got another show that you're supposed to do tonight. So if we don't see you backstage after show, we totally understand.
Sounds great. Thank you guys.
All right. We'll talk soon, man.
Take care.
All righty. That is the agency.
Oh. Carry on. What?
There you go. I rule.
Oh, you're going to do that.
Yeah.
Fine. Carry on.
What? You wanted to show something else?
Oh, no. We can do that later. I was going to do a quick analysis on Hyde Park, but
oh, okay.
We don't have to. I'll talk about it later.
Okay, we can talk about it later.
Show us that mutant.
Going back to the mutant. All right. So create your own 3D avatar.
Did you do it?
I did, and then I deleted it, and then I did another one, and I deleted it.
Jeez.
Oh, I don't have much time. I do it and then I feel rushed, so I save it. Yeah, I'll get one. I got some time this weekend, so I'll have mine better.
Yeah, well, we're working. UpX World's actually working we're in the developer program now with Ready Player Me. And
nice.
We are working to get some of our Xlander models and potentially Ninja models in to Ready Player Me.
Ooh.
Which,
you can import into Upland as your avatar.
You can put it in Upland with your avatar.
Yeah. Now this is cool. You can take a picture of yourself, take a selfie. You can upload a photo of yourself, manipulate it that way. They have some preloaded avatars, just like a lot of games where you build your own avatars. You can select a bunch of different features and have fun from there.
Yeah, it's interesting. I read on their site, their partner site specifically said like the avatars, and I don't know if it said avatars and accessories, but like they cannot be NFTs. Like it explicitly said, definitely the characters. I don't know about the accessories, but it said 100% that the avatars are not allowed to be used as or for any NFTs.
Yeah. Did you put a top hat on your avatar?
I didn't. The ones, at least the top hats in the simple initial version. I heard once you make one and you go back in, there's more options. But I haven't done that. And the ones that they had were like voodoo ones. They had like weird stuff on it. Like there wasn't a plain, just like classy top hat.
This avatar does have a purpose. This is going to be your interaction in Upland.
With what?
I don't know yet. We'll see.
Oh,
We'll see.
that means, I mean, in all honesty, it doesn't have anything right now other than it's kind of an interesting integration.
Yeah.
But from and I can tell you this, as a third-party developer myself with UpX World, we want to integrate in with this so you can play UpX World as your avatar. So if you're walking around the streets of, one of the virtual cities of Upland, you'll be able to use your avatar that you've created for Ready Player Me in Upland. There you go. I mean, that'll be really what it's for.
Carnival Ornament sale going on. Well, registration's going on. It goes on sale on Friday. Imagine they'll go pretty quick, the rare ones. So you'll probably, if you get one, you get one. You shouldn't be able to get back in line. And then you got the other ones. Pretty cool. The winners get that. So yeah, the winner ornaments are up for sale. Always got a lot.
Yeah. No, good.
Now, are you going to go big on the Carnival ornaments because it's more Carnival, or I know you're not big on that region, but I know you like your Halloween and your Christmas decorations, or is it just any kind of building ornament that you go hard on?
I go pretty hard on any building ornament, honestly. I think long term they're very interesting holding. I see them. I like things that are cyclical. And because I'm a long-term player, like I know, like I'm not gonna do what I normally do in these situations and buy a bunch tomorrow if they're marked up, right? I'll buy a couple if they're like really at close to mint, but what I'll do is I'll wait after the festivity shutdown. Everybody wants to sell them. They don't care. They had it up for the thing. They just want to sell it, make a little bit of UpX to go buy some properties. And who's there? TML. And I go, yeah, I'll buy them all.
Because of course you will.
They're not going to sell for anything until next year. Like you have to hold them. And then even then I don't. It'll work in all the cities. They haven't had any like city. I mean, there would be no point to do a city specific. That would be really boring.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is the sellers. So, whatever the small townhouses, if you look at the number that they're minting at, the number that they can mint and their price earns 5 million UpX when they sell out, where like the apartment one only gets like 2 million UpX. And I think there's one that only gets like 1 million UpX.
Yeah, I didn't do the math on it, but that's pretty close.
Because that seems really weird that there's like some of these houses, those competitions are 5x as valuable, right? Like think about how much you would know if you how much different you might put effort for if you knew your prize was $5,000 versus say $1,000, right?
Right.
Like, so it's really interesting to see that. I kind of wish that they would have just done it. I'm okay with them having different price points and numbers, but maybe like share the entire sales pot with each of the people equally. But I don't know. I don't think that's how they do it. I think they do it based on the sales of that specific item. But it just seems weird that it's so drastically unfair in the sense of some people earn a lot more.
Yeah.
By no choice of their own, because I'm sure everybody would have wanted to admit, hey, sell 1,000 of these at whatever the highest you can charge is, right?
Or does that change the people in their competition as they start designing stuff? That they're going to focus more of their energy on the ones that are going to have more for sale because you get a larger profit off of it.
I mean, that's inherently what I would think. And I mean, this, to be fair, the micro townhouse was definitely had the lowest value. Which again, if it went in order of the actual value of the houses, like up to apartment, like to me, apartment is the pinnacle. Like, if you're going to design a piece, the apartment piece is like the top billing. The micro house is almost like the throwaway, like it's just like a fun one because it's so small. You can't, like, whatever you do is almost going to be funny or cute. So like that's whatever. And then you do the other ones, you know, the townhouse and the small townhouses and the ranches and luxuries equivalent to their kind of real world value. But I don't know. That's just me.
All right. And then landmark auction coming up, the Cadillac place, which used to be the GM building in Detroit.
Oh.
That will go up, and that is a reverse auction, and that starts on Friday.
22 million, eh? Isn't that
Yeah.
what that is? Wowza. Wowza. Is it part of any collections or anything?
Ooh, I did not check that.
What's
check that.
What's the multiplier on a 22 million UpX?
Enough.
Yeah, right?
Enough. It's on Graham Boulevard. Where is... I don't have my collection list up. Yeah, our starting price is 26 million. I'm sorry.
26 million?
Yes.
Get out of Dodge.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost a 2,000 up square property.
But it better be a 10,000 up square property for 26 million UpX. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's all you have to say? Yeah.
I guess.
Yes.
It's a historic.
All right,
property.
then on to the next one. What's
All right.
going on? Are you distracted?
I am.
Can you, if you got other things that, then give me the screen. I'll go talk about Hyde Park.
Well, I was looking to see where it was located to see if it was part of another collection, like you asked.
Oh, just gotta have somebody from the audience do it.
Yeah, it's Historic Motor City Collection, so that's their one of their ultra rares.
Which is that what number?
And that is a 2. Hold on. Detroit. It is a 2.77.
277, and it's what's the collection called?
Historic Motor City.
All right.
And at 26 million, that's a pretty good return.
Yeah, I'm trying to find Historic Motor City. God, keep going.
Okay. So we got the big game coming up. Big game challenge leaderboard. What do you think about these turtle block explorers you can win?
Well, no. As the winner of our fantasy league, I can only assume that they were like, we heard that the goats actually this year are the turtles. And so I appreciate the nod. Thank you, Upland, for recognizing my greatness and achieving the ultimate in the fantasy sports realm of winning my league. Thank you.
It had nothing to do with you. It's not all about you.
You can't prove that.
It's not all. You just happen to like turtles. They had a turtle as one of the original block explorers that you could choose when you started the game.
Whoa!
And
Only
Mr.
because I
and
asked them to.
you didn't ask them to. No, if that's what you want to tell people, but don't believe them.
What? You should definitely believe me. Always believe me.
No.
No.
So anyway, the big game challenge is Monday, February 6th and Friday, February 10th. And in each drawing, 25 players will receive 25,000 UpX. In each drawing, 5 players will receive 0.1 Spark. And then 100 players will get the Football Turtle Block Explorer. And the gold one is for the player who earns every possible football point, 180 daily points and 600 points total will receive the Golden Turtle Block Explorer. So, yeah.
I mean, obviously I want it.
No, you didn't, because you probably weren't participating all week.
Oh, no. I didn't say I'm going to win it.
You're going to buy it.
Yeah, I'm going to buy it. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, that is, that's going on. And it is wrapping up. So, but still cool. You also have the playoff rewards coming up, and those will be rewarded for the leaderboards. And they've gone over. They do have the Ultimate Fan Challenge 2022 Block Explorer. I think you're going to have a hard time getting your hands on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be limited quantity.
Well, the top 25 players get it each week throughout the playoffs, but unless somebody gets it multiple weeks, then they might try to sell it off. But if they don't get it, then hey. And then they also have a pretty cool NFLPA 2022-2023 first place trophy that they unveiled. So you get 1 million UpX, 1 Spark, and you also get the Series T trim truck. And that is your Outdoor Decor Fan Score Championship trophy. So it's kind of like they're doing the Heisman, but it's kind of not. But it does have the NFLPA logo on it and letters to it. So that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
And then Block Explorers for 11th to 40th place and 41st to 100th place. That one's I actually like the 41st to 100th place more than the 11th to the 40th place. 11 to 40 is a football that has 2022 Ultimate Fan on it, and it's a blocky football. But then the 41st to 100th is kind of like a little trophy type thing. So I like the look of it better. That's just my personal preference.
All right, good to know.
And then the top 3 players on each team fan score leaderboard will have a Block Explorer of their team's 2022 season MVP. So it will be a picture of their player's most valuable player. And it doesn't say if it's selected by who the MVP is selected by. But either way, it just says 2022 team MVP since they can't use the actual team names. And then you have a picture of people. So
I agree with Left House. What's a football?
All right. And we're done with that. So you can go ahead and do your breakdown.
Oh, well, I was just looking at first. I looked up historic Motor City just to see 12 properties for sale. Very steep markup.
Very steep. The ultra rares are always very steep.
So what I was going to say is, if you aren't familiar with the Hyde Park Ninjas of LA, you're probably sleeping under a rock, because they are doing some really cool stuff. In fact, we are working on getting the Ninja Racing team is going to be up next. We're going to be working to get a URL sanctioned track and league together to race some Series 1 cars. So that's going to be fun. They are also they have ordered and is en route a motion capture suit where they're going to actually wear the suit and do the martial arts moves for the characters they are building inside of UpX World. There's going to be a lot of fan competitions. Hopefully we can get them to do some emotes and things for us. It's going to be super fun. Okay, so good thing about Hyde Park, not currently minted out. There's still 723. So we're over half minted on that. It's a good sized neighborhood. 8,500 properties is a solid. I don't think it's too big to manage, but I think it's big enough to get the property diversity that they want. And with SC Kicker and KO Ninja at the helm, these guys are no joke. They're hardcore in everything that they do. So whether it be their martial arts and the dojos that they run, or their passion for Upland and the Hyde Park N.O.D.E. So yeah,
But you still won't do chokes for charity.
No, I'm not going to get choked out for this nonsense. You do it.
Nobody wants to see me choked out. They would enjoy you getting choked out more than me.
Everybody wants. I want to see you get choked. Yes,
you're like one of the only ones.
We're not voting on that. That feels like a very inappropriate thing to vote on. So we do see our boy Dizzy, who went
it's for the kids.
Stop it. Not happening. And so, yeah, well, there's still a lot of value to be had. So you can see it's a pretty even. There's not a lot of huge properties and or tiny properties. It's a good mix of decently sized and medium, enough that you're going to be able to build a fair amount of apartments, definitely townhouses. It's going to be a struggle to get to get a variety of the luxury ones, but I think it can be done. I'm actually in the process of building one. Here you go. Property minted out, 55% minted out. Let's see here. We will add, because I went pretty hard on owners by side. Oh my gosh. I have hardly anything compared to some of y'all.
I mean, having almost 5,000 up squares, pretty solid in a neighborhood, but yeah, they're just kind of going ham there.
Dang. Wait, come on. Oh, there I am. I was like, I can't be this far out. 46. Yeah, I started minting a bunch the other day and I ran out of UpX. I was going to buy some more. All right, so that's not too bad, I guess. But yeah, I think, and they're doing, and again, like I said, so one of the other things I always look for is who's investing the spark. You can see here both SC Kicker and KO Ninja leading by example, pumping in all of their spark really to get that done. You can even see Dizzy Diski, who is obviously the top holder. He's also now moved over some of his spark to start building that out. So that is definitely going to be something we're going to watch. If we look at, we'll do buildings complete and under construction. So what happened there? Did I? Oh, I don't, ignore me. I saw these pie charts and I was so confused. My brain was like, well, these are not the pie charts for the, anyway. What? Chic townhouses? Stop building chic Hollywood Hills houses. Jeez, old Pete. 16? That's ridiculous. Wait, what is this? How did... Oh, buildings under construction? Oh, yeah. Buildings built. Wait, you're building 16 sheet? Oh, you know what? This is Dizzy. This is Dizzy's nonsense, actually. That's what that is.
Why?
I don't know. Dizzy, why are you building a bunch of chic houses? I know they're cool, but don't.
Why? Why don't?
Oh, good question. Because they aren't one of the standard buildings, which means that they don't do anything in decorating contests. So they're
Yeah.
cool. Get a couple of them because there'll probably be a building diversity metric in the collection, like the overall neighborhood scoring when it comes time for that. But from a decorating perspective,
But that's less than 10% of Dizzy's holdings in Hyde Park.
Still, it's whatever, fine. 12 micro houses. No, stop building. How many micro houses do you already have? You already have 18. Honestly, though, you probably need like 30 or 40 because there's the micro houses. There's a ton of those stupid decors, and you got to get the variety. That's your biggest multiplier. So that's not too bad. Small townhouse. Where's your apartments? 12 apartments. We talked about this. I think that they said they were building some more.
Yes.
Where? 10. Okay. You got a ton that are being built. That's great to see. That's really good. So yeah, I don't know. I think this is, again, shout out to the Hyde Park Ninjas. They're doing amazing things. They're gonna be doing a bunch of really cool stuff with their Hyde Park Ninja IP inside of Upland in Layer 2, custom wax projects. It's racing leagues. These guys are legit. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You don't want to miss out, and you can still get in for, under 14,000 UpX, and it's decent. It's 48 up squared, so those are good sized properties.
Yeah, no, the properties are very reasonably sized. Most of them will be able to fit a full size townhouse pretty easily.
Yeah, so that's the nice thing there is you don't have to work with the lower buildings, other than the variety for coordinating for the competitions for the neighborhood.
Yeah, which again, like, doesn't necessarily have to be like, you don't have to build everything to be a competition. Like, you could just want a thematic. So don't ever take that as saying like it's a good or a bad thing, because the reality is, like, if you wanted to do, there's one that like they clearly had like a ranch theme going, because remember we looked at it and they had like so many ranch houses compared to everything else, which is very unusual. So don't take the advice we give on that is more around the variety needed for competing for decorating contests, things like that. But if you have a specific theme or idea that you want to do and it requires a certain building, like, do it. Don't worry about the diversity. Like, I didn't worry about that when I was building Bones Balboa. Like, I just went, hey, this is the properties we need to build this. So,
but in your world, everything's a competition. So
yes, everything. I don't know how people thrive without it. Like, if there's not a competition, like, it doesn't. It's hard for me to get motivated.
I get it.
Yeah. So, yeah, good job there. If you haven't seen it, since I have your attention, the new UpX World is here. We are, and updates and things are coming every single day. So go and check it out. We actually have a big update coming tomorrow, should be. A lot of the top items that were requested, including, I thought we fixed that. Oh, I think that must be the next. Wait, please. I think it's supposed to be please wait. Yay, almost an hour and a half again. Oh, crap. We did it again. But anyway, here's all of your new things. You can go do your stats. Wait, can you do it on the whole thing, or does it break?
You're gonna break it. Don't. You're gonna break it.
All right, I don't want to break it. But you can do. Oh, I remember what we were doing, because you can do this. This is my new favorite thing to do. What's the cheapest apartment?
Ooh.
Status for sale. UpX. Submit. We sold a bunch of properties the other day because we were doing this. Oh, you know what? It was in the UpX World stream. Is that the cheap apartment building for sale, UpX? So you know what? Wait, hold on. Oh wait, sort by price.
There you go.
Did I not do that?
I mean, that's cheap right there.
See,
Less than 50,000 for a apartment.
right?
So even though it is in Fresno.
Sure. But like you can get apartments in Fresno for 50,000. Like
now, I don't think this will be here long, but that one right there should be gone. 59,000 in Los Angeles on a 166 up square property with an apartment on it.
Yeah, that's a 20,000 UpX base. So you're essentially paying what? 38,000 for an apartment already built for you in LA. Reseda, I feel like Reseda is a known area too. I don't know. That is so. Yeah. So we were doing this, and like, because there was some in San Francisco. DJ Shorts was selling apartments in San Francisco sub 100,000. They got snatched up, and it was in like Somo. It was like south of Market. It was insane. Anybody got requests? Anybody want to see something? Oh, hold on. I will show you something here. Where? Oh, they're towards the bottom. So everybody who's like, oh, let's do factories. Also, if you didn't know, you can multi-select in this. So you can just go and find something. Large factory. Is there a medium factory? Medium factory. So you can multi-select. Let's see here. 22,000. Like, this is why on a 13,000 UpX, like, this is why you don't build factories. Is this selling for mint with a factory on it?
Oh yeah. If anybody was looking at apartments gone, I bought it. You couldn't pass that up.
I mean, like that's how we were selling it. So this is selling at mint.
Wow.
With a factory on it. Like, that's how you know someone beat me to the Vanillin one. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, more cheese was what I forgot more cheese. More cheese was snatching them up, and I was like, dang it. I was not trying to be rude and play while I was streaming, but I'm so glad that that you got them though.
Yeah, I was the one. Sorry, more cheese. As I was computing the math, I'm like, I'm just gonna go get that right
now. Right? So like this is the kind of stuff like people need to think like this is a little bit different of a tool.
Yes.
That you can really, because again, you can now query anything. So if we want to say what is the cheapest unlocked, oh yeah, here. If you want to know the cheapest FSA in the game, sort by. Wait, what did I mess up? FSA. Hold on. Also, we are working on this. Sometimes you have to just like do a go out and come back in again. FSA submit.
Oh, you forgot to sort by price.
It should sort by price naturally, but let's see.
Nope.
Yeah. Let's sort by mint price.
Oh, it is. Yep.
So you can see here, which is interesting. The first time we did it, there was actually still a bunch available for 1,000. But here you can see the floor is actually across multiple. Nashville, Detroit, Staten Island, Cleveland, New Orleans, Detroit. Can you search for the top up 2 players? In a city, yes. We can do by city,
but not globally.
I think we'd have to work on it. It's just we have the data. It's just if you do that from the client, it like crashes. So we have to like do it server side and then push it to like a dashboard or something. So that way it wasn't constantly running that query. We have a couple of things. It's definitely on the list. So again, so this is 1,400, quickly goes up to 2,000. What do you think the cheapest non-FSA property for sale is? And where?
Ooh, Detroit.
Detroit, cheapest non-FSA?
Maybe not.
And how?
I don't know. That's hard.
What do you guys think? Wait, type it in chat. What do you think the cheapest is? Okay, just minted through 3 random. You know, you're lucky that we don't have our auto mod bot on. I'm pretty sure using all caps is an offense.
He was excited. Let Left House be excited.
Oh, I'm excited for him. I'm just letting him know. Rio, we got some votes for Rio.
Let's roll with it.
Tom G says Rio. Well, how much? What do you think the cheapest is?
Can you buy anything for under 5,000?
I don't know. I think it's gonna be like 15. No, it can't be that high. I don't know. Let's find out. Now keep in mind, this is querying every single.
Oh, you got free property in Silver Terrace. Free. 63. Now you broke.
Let's go. Oops, something went wrong. Oh my goodness. 63. Vegas. Oh, no one saw it coming.
Nope.
Paradise in Vegas, no less.
Dang, Detroit's up in 8,000 UPX.
I'm yelling. I like that. Might be an event. But that's just how Left House. That's fair. That's fair, Kate.
That's true. All right. We ran long another week.
That's what she said?
Yeah. No. And next week we do have one of the treasure hunters coming on. They grinded it out for 11 months and picked up 10 sparks. So Bam will be joining us next week to talk about his 11-month grind to earn 10 spark.
Get it, brother. I love it.
I'm excited for that. And then the week after that, we have Cafe coming on to talk about the Daily Uplander and all the fun stuff going on there. So we've been pretty packed with interviews to start the year.
Yeah, man. Good job lining those up.
Yeah. And then if you haven't subscribed, because some of you guys are returning viewers that have not subscribed, we see the data. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. And for the people that do like to, hit the notification. Anything else before we get out of here?
No, this has been a great show. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yes, thanks to the agency for coming on and chatting with us today, and everybody that hung out with us today. Really appreciate it. Until next week, everybody be safe, have fun, and we will see you in the metaverse.
The Upland podcast with the property expert. If it's happening in Upland, it's the place you want to check first. With your host who's stupid to win and thank me later. Bringing the strategy, news, and cool charts with all the data. This is Upland, where the metaverse goes down. Genesis, San Fran, to Rio, and all around. Don't miss a week, you never know what they'll say next. It's the Upland property experts, baby. You